Let it go,
Stop.
let it go.
Stop.
I'm one with the wind and
Stop this.
sky. Do you want it to
Stop
last
it.
for the
Oh.
first time
Get
in
these songs out of my head. Get these
forever?
songs out of my head.
You're the
Get
one
these
with
songs out of my head.
love.
Ah!
For the first time.
Hey everyone. Wow, I really couldn't believe how good Frozen was. When I first saw the trailers for it, I thought it was gonna be bad. Really bad. The first trailer with Olaf and the reindeer, it didn't impress me at all. Sure, technically it was beautiful to look at, but I didn't like the humor. I thought the jokes sucked. And then I saw the next trailers for it and the trailers after that, and it didn't impress me at all. So I thought it was going to be a stinker, even though it's from the same creators of Tangled, which I really, really liked. And I heard that they also worked on Wreck-It Ralph, also the same team, so I thought that was a bit interesting. And I did like Wreck-It Ralph for what it was, but honestly, it's not as awesome as it should have been. But Wreck-It Ralph is still good. I really like Tangled. And for Frozen, the trailers didn't impress me. So when I finally bought this movie a couple days ago and watched it twice, I was pleasantly surprised. I was glad to be proven wrong. It is one of the best features I've seen in a while. And you know what? I think this movie brings the Disney musical back. Sure, Tangled started at first, kinda, but it had only 6 songs. And I only liked one of them, pretty to be honest. The others are okay, but one of them stood out to me. But for Frozen, every single song worked. Let It Go is the best one. And you have Do You Want to Build a Snowman? Oh my god, it's so catchy. The Troll song I kinda didn't like, but didn't mind it. It worked for the movie. And the ice thing in the beginning, I liked it also. You know what? I liked every single song in this, especially the one sang by Anna and Hans. So, besides that, how's the movie? Animation is beautiful. Wow. Saw makings of it about the same team that worked on the hair for Tangled, and they said that was a humongously painful process. And then they worked on the snow and ice effects over here, and they're like, "Oh my god, what are we? Are we crazy?" So you know what? They pulled it off. The snow looked realistic. It's beautiful. The art style is still great. I was so worried about that too because when I first saw the trailers for Frozen, I thought, wait, this looks like the same character model for Tangled. It's like when I saw Anna and Elsa, I'm like, that's Rapunzel. Just with different hair, please. Please tell me that they're gonna do something different with this. You know what? Yes, the character models are very, very similar, but I am so glad that each character is an actual character. Anna's a good character. Elsa's a good character. Hans, I liked. Sven, the reindeer. You know what? I was worried that the reindeer is going to be a very retarded version of the horse Maximus from Tangled, but you know what? He's done very well here. Also, Olaf. I thought he's going to ruin the movie for me, but thank God he didn't. Because if you're one of those people who is not going to like the snowman, you know what? He's only in it for a very, very little. And even though he's in it for very, very little, you know what? He's actually a good character. I liked him. He was funny. And what surprises me is that the actor playing him, I believe his name is Josh Gad. I remembered him from that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal and Anne Hathaway, Love and Other Drugs. And he's the masturbating brother. And I'm like, okay, the masturbating brother is Olaf. I liked him in Love and Other Drugs. So, you know what? He pulled off Olaf. And you know what? If any kids are watching this, please don't ask about your parents about masturbation. So, yeah, this is not kid friendly. I should put a warning down there. So, you know what? I read The Snow Queen a long, long time ago when I was a kid, but I'm not sure how fully based off of it this movie was. And you know what? I honestly like this version better. Even though I kinda didn't like the ending, but I'll get to that. So, first off, Elsa. Wow, one of the best characters I've seen in a while for a Disney movie. Idina Menzel pulled it off, and you know what? I didn't li- I didn't like the movie Rent. I didn't see any of her musicals. I was supposed to go see Wicked, but honestly, I'm not a Wizard of Oz guy. I know that's a very big sin because a lot of people I know love Wizard of Oz, but I just can't get into it. You know what? I saw Oz the Great and Powerful, and I kind of like that one, but I'm not a Wizard of Oz guy. I don't know why. I keep trying to get into it. I respect the original movie, but I don't know. I just don't like the characters and the story. That's just me. But I heard that she was very good as Idina Menzel was very good as the witch, and I saw her in Rent, and I thought her singing was excellent. I liked her in Enchanted, even though she didn't sing at all. But so in here, I'm glad that she's able to pull off her vocals, and you know what? She's just amazing. I just wish there's a bit more of her. But you know what? They split it off evenly between Elsa and Anna is played by Kristen Bell. And you know what? I can't believe she sings that beautifully. She is great. At first, I thought it sounded similar to Mandy Moore at first, so I was like, oh, is this the same actress playing Rapunzel as Elsa now? But you know what? Kristen Bell pulled it off, and I really like Veronica Mars. I never watched Veronica Mars, but still, I like the Kristen Bell in this one. You know, a couple weeks ago, there was this fan theory about how Tangled, The Little Mermaid, and Frozen are set in the same storyline, and I understood Tangled because you actually see for a split second that Rapunzel and Flynn Rider actually visit Anna and Elsa for that split second. So I'm like, oh, that's a good, tribute. But the Little Mermaid thing was interesting because the beginning of this, Elsa and Anna are princesses, and their family, their mother and father is a king and queen. They're supposed to go to an... They didn't explain. They said they have to go someplace for a meeting or something like that, so they have to sail on the boat. Then they sunk the boat. So... And then some fan said that, oh, the boat in The Little Mermaid where Ariel was looking around and the shark was attacking them, that's the same boat. So I'm like, all the characters are drawn exactly the same way? It could probably be in the same storyline. I just wish that they explained trolls in The Little Mermaid. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I don't know about the trolls. They didn't really bother me, but at the same time, they felt a little bit unnecessary, and it's mostly because of the ending. And I'll get to the ending. Movies like these, exactly like Up. I like how they show these 10-minute montages of the kids growing up. And I thought that moment in Up was one of the best moments I've seen in Disney movies. And in here, I like the fact that they showed the two girls growing up together. And you know what? They were so cute in the beginning. And, but unfortunately Anna had an accident, so Elsa feels like she should blame herself, and the trolls helped clear Anna's memory. I don't know why. They said, oh, Elsa has control her powers. Also, I'll get to the power thing because that's what I hated about the ending. So Elsa is born with this power to create snow, ice, snowmen, anything to deal with the frozen stuff. I kind of like this idea. Like, they're not going to explain how she grew up with it or how she get it. There's no curse or anything. She was just born with it. So I'm like, you know what? This is like an X-Men movie, sort of. It's like X-Men Origins Magneto. And I'll get to that part. The parents died. Anna and Elsa grow up. And they separated each other because Elsa believes that she might hurt Anna and anyone else, and she fears for that. And so she's secluded, she's all alone the entire time until it's her coronation day where she has to become a queen. Anna! You know, she's like a combination of Belle, Ariel, and possibly Aurora, Sleeping Beauty. I kind of like that. Oh, and she reminds me of Rogue because she has brunette hair and she has a strand of white hair, and I kind of like that. I like that Anna is a ditz. She's clumsy, but she doesn't hurt herself. She should have died in a bunch of cases, but she's like the luckiest girl in the world. I like that she's a ditz. Because she falls in love with Hans within half a day. She just meets the guy and agrees to marry him. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And you know what? What I loved about Enchanted in this one is that they actually bring up the issue. Listen, you can't marry the guy you just met that day. It's unrealistic. And you know what? Elsa tried to talk some sense into Anna, and I love that. And you know what? I was a bit worried that they're not going to show that much of the sister relationship, but, it pulled it off. So Elsa's very worried because she feels like she's going to screw up Coronation Day, so she's trying to conceal her powers, she's wearing gloves, and she hopes that she doesn't touch anything and freeze them. And you know what? The little moments she has with Anna, it really worked for the movie. You could tell they're actually sisters. Even though they haven't seen each other in a long time, the moment where Elsa was talking, what's that smell? And they both like, Chocolate. That was a great moment. Elsa really cares about Anna, and I like that because she's like, wait, you're gonna marry this guy who you just met today? I will not give you my blessing. Let's just talk for a moment. The little number that Hans and Anna had, that was pretty good. It's a mixture of pop and a little bit of the romance songs that you see in every single Disney movie. It's like they're doing a parody of it, but not exactly. It's a good tribute. Anna's song in the beginning, besides Do You Want to Build a Snowman, it's For the First Time in Forever. That was a great song, and you know what? It reminds me of the Free-Spirited Belle song. I forgot what the title of that song is, but it reminds me of that from Beauty and the Beast. Also, it reminded me of that Rapunzel in Tangled when she finally leaves the tower and then she swings and then flies around, talks to ducks. And what I really like about this movie is that in Tangled, the main characters is Flynn Rider and Rapunzel, and they both share the main character role. In this one, it's all feminine. It's Elsa and Anna. Those two are the main characters. At first, I thought Sven and the reindeer are going to be the main characters, but no. They're the supporting characters. They're the side characters. In this movie, the women do all the work. Well, most of the work. During the coronation day, Elsa unfortunately screwed up. Well, it wasn't her fault. It was mostly Anna's fault because Anna's so mad at Elsa for not being around Anna for a long time, so she wants to know why she shut her out and stuff, so she grabbed her glove, and Elsa accidentally unleashed her power and did the icicle things. So everyone thinks she's a monster, and she runs away to the North Mountain, and then she sings one of the best songs I've heard in a while, Let It Go. Anna... I like her own dialogue with herself because when she's writing, she's like, oh man, I gotta fix this. Even though it's really Elsa's fault, all she had to do was tell me that she had this power. And you know, I was like, why didn't Elsa just tell Anna ever since the parents died? I think Anna has the right to know. But you know what? I'm gonna go along with it. Anna meets up Sven in this sauna. One of my favorite minor characters. It's this guy who kind of reminds me of Salvador from Borderlands 2. He's like buff and all, and he's sitting down like he's a short guy. He's like, yoo-hoo, hello, big summer blowout, suntan lotion on my sides, And then he has a family in the sauna. Hey, family, yoo-hoo! Anna goes with Sven to the North Mountain. They get chased by wolves, which was a very good action. There's not really that much action in this movie, but I don't mind that. Actually, there was Sven brought it up also, and that's what I liked about it when they were riding together. Hold up. You mean to tell me that you got engaged to someone you just met that day? And she's like, yeah. Well, it's not a big issue. Anyway, no. Hold up, girl. Hold up. You mean to tell me that you just got engaged to someone that day? Oh! Sven... he's a likable dude. I like him. And Hans is also a likable dude. I thought they were going to be kind of bland like Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid, but they're more better than that. And that was... this movie keeps surprising me every single time. And then they finally get to Olaf the Snowman and his own musical number. And you know what? I was dreading it. I was like, oh, please, he shouldn't suck in this movie, but Olaf was good. Olaf is good. Anna meets up with Elsa, and then there's another awesome sing-along, and it reminds me of that song from Wicked. Like I said, I haven't seen the musical, but I did hear some of the songs, and that's when the two sisters were singing together, and this one was pretty damn good. It was good. Elsa tells Anna, unfortunately, you have to leave. I'm gonna summon this giant snowman to throw you out. And Anna was supposed to tell Elsa that, you know, you kind of screwed up the town and there's a winter forever. The snowman chased Anna and Sven away, but Anna got a frozen heart because Elsa accidentally hit her. I don't get the frozen heart thing and the frozen head. It kind of doesn't make sense to me, but I just let it go anyway. The song Let It Go. Get it out of my head! It turns out that because Anna has a frozen heart, she will die. She will become a frozen popsicle. The only way to get rid of that is for a true act of true love. No, an act of true love. They meet up with the rock trolls, and you know what? I don't really have much of a problem with the rock trolls. It's just, I don't know why they're necessary. It kind of reminds me of the witch from Brave. You don't really need it, but you know what? I kind of got along with it. You know what fascinated me is that the design. They look so similar to the gargoyles in Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I wonder if the same artist who worked on Hunchback of Notre Dame gargoyles worked on this. The face looks exactly the same, and not just that, the texture and the rock formation, yeah, the design looks very similar too. So, and they're short and they're rocks, and they jump and sing. So I thought this is basically the same idea of the gargoyles, and I actually like the gargoyles from Hunchback of Notre Dame, even though they weren't necessary in that one either. I almost expected Jason Alexander to be in this. Sven takes Anna to Hans, and Anna has to kiss Hans, and she's really reluctant to kiss him. She's like, just kiss me. Listen, I don't have to explain anything. Just kiss me. And Hans is like, wait, why? Girl, I'm not going to kiss you until you tell me why. And Anna's like, okay, I got a frozen heart because of Elsa, and if you don't kiss me, I might die. And Hans is like, I was actually shocked. I think I should have seen him a mile away, but I guess I like the guy, so I was shocked that he's a bad guy, and he was an actual decent villain. He has a great plan. He originally wanted to marry Elsa for the kingship and then kill off Elsa, but in this one, everything's working out perfectly. Elsa is considered a monster, Anna is gonna die if nothing happens, so you know what? Hans, you're a smart devil, you're a smart devil. Olaf comes and frees Anna, and then Anna goes to her sister, and she does the ultimate sacrifice. Hans was about to kill Elsa, and Anna stops him, and then becomes a frozen popsicle, and breaks the sword. That kind of didn't make sense to me. I thought she would shatter. I think it would have been more emotional if she turned into an icicle to protect her sister, and then as the sword cuts her arm, then she shatters into a million pieces. That would take some balls for Disney. I wish they went that route. I didn't want Anna to die, so I'm okay with her being a frozen popsicle, and then they reenact the same scene from Pokemon, the first movie, where Elsa is crying and then Anna comes back to life again. No, seriously, I didn't see any tears from Elsa, but it reminds me, it's exactly like the scene from Pokemon, the first movie. And now, I'm gonna ask why the ending kind of pissed me off. It turns out the trolls say that an act of true kindness can heal Anna and also control Elsa's powers. Why didn't they tell Elsa and her parents when they were young? I understand there wouldn't be a movie if this didn't happen, but you could have went around this. You could have said, they could have tried you could have said that Elsa and the family did so many things to try to control her powers, including thinking about love and happy thoughts, and it just got out of control. But no. Elsa didn't do shit to control her powers, I think. And her parents didn't do shit to control her powers. And the trolls, they could have said that think of true love. That way you could control your powers. But no. This happens then in the final act. Because it turns out that Elsa's like, oh, I'm thinking happy thoughts. Okay, no more winter for this town castle thing. And you know what? Everything's gone. And she's able to put a flurry above Olaf so he doesn't melt during the summer. And so I'm like, wait. That's all she needed? She just needed to think happy thoughts about love, you know, sisterly love, family love. That's all she has to think about to control her powers. I felt like Charles Xavier from X-Men First Class or Martha Kent, played by Diane Lane from Man of Steel, should have been in this movie. Because seriously, I think she should have controlled her powers like that. You know, Martha Kent could say, close your eyes. Think of an ocean. Do you see an island? Just focus on it. Can you see it? And I felt like Elsa could control her powers! Or Charles Xavier saying, you think of your mother. Alright, now, turn the giant antenna. Seriously. You know what? This is a good X-Men movie. Elsa's an awesome mutant. And Disney owns Marvel. It makes sense now! Elsa is a mutant superhero! Yeah, I felt like if all Elsa had to do was just think of happy thoughts and just true love, she could have controlled her powers so much easier, and I just wish that the trolls said this in the first place. Well, they kind of said something about it, but not exactly. They finally told Anna about it. So, yeah, if that's all it takes for Elsa to control her powers, I don't know. I felt like that was kind of dissatisfying. Even though I understand what they're trying to go through, and it does make sense for story-wise, but at the same time, because I guess I've seen too many of these movies, and also I saw X-Men First Class and Man of Steel, and it did that very well. I wondered why the parents didn't even try to teach Elsa about thinking of happy thoughts to control her powers. Because the entire time, Elsa is just, she's worried that she might hurt someone, so that's why she has that same feeling for over a decade. That's why her powers got out of control. So that's why I'm like, they didn't even try for her to have happy thoughts, to think of something else when controlling her powers, or did they do that and it just didn't work out? They didn't explain that, but I'm guessing that she never thought about having happy thoughts and controlling her powers. And here's the thing about controlling her powers. She's been doing this for, I believe, over a decade. Did she try to go out into the wilderness and try to control her powers during the winter time? No, it seems like she's been locked up in her room, just trying to conceal it. Even though I'm kind of nitpicking about it, I do think of it like an X-Men movie because she reminds me of Rogue. She has to wear the white gloves because she can't touch anyone or use her powers. And you know what? I like that. That's why I keep thinking this is like an X-Men movie. She's like half Magneto, half Rogue, and I like that. And you know what? Elsa, it's a great character in the end. So the ending is, happily ever after. The Queen Elsa is loved by everyone. Sven and Anna are gonna get together, and they're not married, which I liked, unless they are married and we just didn't hear about it. If there's ever a Broadway musical to this, I would so watch it. I would so go to it because this movie, I think almost every 5 minutes there's a musical number, and you know what? All the songs work, the characters are great, the animation's beautiful, the setting is great, the snow, the realistic snow and ice effects, beautiful to look at. Yeah, Pixar wasn't nominated for the first time in a while. After Toy Story 3, I thought Brave was a disappointment. Monsters University I did like, but Cars 2 I did not watch. And Planes, I know that's not really part of Pixar, but not nah. Eh. And you know what? Tangled was great, Wreck-It Ralph was good, and now Frozen was just pretty good. I don't think it's as good as The Lion King per se, but it is really, really one of the best Disney movies. So you know what? I recommend it, and I'm probably gonna see it again pretty soon, even though I'm worried about it because I really want those songs out of my head. So you know what? Thank you very much, guys.